Neil Francis Lennon is the favourite for the Aberdeen job, and today he was speaking on the radio talking about Neil Warnock, and we may as well talk about a comment that Neil Warnock said post Aberdeen career, where he actually said he doesn't understand the aggressive nature of the criticism that he received at Aberdeen. Now, the guy didn't win a game in the league, right? Didn't do anything for them in the league. Now, yeah, the cup was alright because he's got them to the semi final of the cup, alright? But in terms of the league, people thought this guy actually had a realistic chance of getting Europe, and people were saying he could have potentially got third, right? Now, if you're an Aberdeen fan or you just look at Aberdeen as a whole, they're a big club in Scotland, alright? You can't manage them for 5 weeks, not win a single game in the league, and not be expected to be criticised. All right, he's almost speaking as if he's won cups with Aberdeen, right, in the previous couple of seasons or something, and he's earned credit. He didn't earn hee haw. It was an old guy coming in, right, who's a bit of a wheeler and dealer and managed pish clubs his entire career. Now, yeah, did he manage like the likes of Leeds United? He had, but it was a Leeds United who were in the Championship. It's not like he managed Leeds United in the glory days. All right, folks. So for him to say that he should be exempt for criticism is just ridiculous. Because if you went to a team in England, right, one of the bigger teams in England, and you didn't win a game for 5 weeks, especially just being signed to the job, you'd be under a hell of a lot more criticism than what Neil Warnock. It's almost like because people were just like, you never really seen Aberdeen fans having a go at him. It was more like pundits. Like, I mean, we bashed Michael Stewart, right? But Michael Stewart actually called the guy out, and there's a lot of other people that punditry that did call him out. But in terms of Aberdeen fans, man, where were the Aberdeen fans slabbering about Neil Warnock? They weren't really. But Neil Lennon, was he slabbering about Neil Warnock? Because this is what he said before he talked about his own ambitions for the Aberdeen job. He said, first of all, I was surprised when Neil left. The one person you want to put out fires is Neil Warnock. Well, I mean, what Aberdeen did is essentially bring an arsonist in to put out a fire because the guy was pish. He beat Bonnie Rig Rose, right? And yeah, they beat Kelly 3-1, right? Now, how much of that was to do with Big Peter Levin, who's now obviously took charge again? We'll give Neil Warnock a wee bit of credit though. He beat Kelly, he sent them all their way, but for every game apart from that, man, they were awful. Even in the Bonnie Rig Rose game, they could have lost. And that's against Bonnie Rig Rose, folks, alright? So you can't really spin that. Neil Lennon then went on to say, I think he would have probably got it right, but I don't know in his own mind he was happy there, or just probably too far away from Cornwall, in brackets, his home. You couldn't go any further than Aberdeen, really. It's a job that would interest me. There's no question. It's a big club with big tradition. It's one of the top clubs in Scotland. Well, I mean, he could have literally went further, obviously, but he didn't. But you know, this is a guy that said, "Oh, he wanted a wee change of scenery. He always wanted to manage in Scotland. Now he's coming. Oh, it wasn't it to be what expected up here. What was he just expecting it to come up, win every game, and somehow by the end of the season he was going to be right on the heels of the old firm, and then to have the audacity to say he set the standard of what? Of shite? Honestly, just don't get it." Then Lennon went on to speak about his own chances with the Aberdeen job, and he couldn't resist talking about Celtic here. He says, when you've managed Celtic for 6 years, it's just full on. It's a privilege and a great experience. Then you come out of it, it's like coming out of the army as a civilian. Like, this is normal life now. You're used to a very regimented life, but it's also very enjoyable and very rewarding. So yeah, I do miss it, as in managerial jobs. Well, Neil Lennon gets it. Well, all the bookmakers, sorry, are putting him as the favourite. 80% probability there, 1-4 there. I think Neil Lennon will get the job. Anytime he's been asked though, when he's doing roles on Fireplay or Sky or whatever, he kind of just doesn't even acknowledge the question, which I guess is a smart thing to do. That's being press trained, folks. But aye, that's where we're going to leave this. Neil Lennon, will he get the job? He commented on Neil Warnock. I actually just do not get the love for Neil Warnock. I don't. Like, as a character, I can accept it. But to sit here and pretend that the guy's a great manager, he's just not, right? He's not. Like, yeah, he gave Team Talks naked 20 years ago. That means he's brilliant, doesn't it, man? That means he's the man. Anyway, till next time. Peace.